Yo, what's up everybody? Before we get started, a bit of a disclaimer. Recently, I've been getting a lot of new viewers, so a lot of you may only know me from my lore videos. Anyway, and while I do enjoy lore, man, I also just enjoy the game. And I make all sorts of analytical and opinion-based videos as well. And this is one of them ones. With that said, we've got a lot of 5-star characters over the patches. And with the anniversary patch right around the corner, I thought it'd be fun to rank these characters by their ultimate animations. That's right, we're digging into their resonance liberations. Which ones will end up at the top of the pile? Keep watching, because I'm ranking them from S to E tier. Without further ado, let's get it.
Climax of the show!
Alright, now first up, we have Brant. Now, this is one of my favorite characters, and if you check my channel banner, you'll see him there. Also, shout out to Bladesifer for blessing me with this beautiful ass banner. But anyways, let's get into the meat and potatoes. And while Brant is a character I enjoy, I will not be playing favorites here. His resonance liberation has a lot going for it. Him donning the mask, the purple flames, all of that's great, but I can't rank him up in S tier. They could have gone harder with the sparks and particle effects, and just the ferocity of his movements. So even though he has that sauce, he's going in B tier.
Oh, stars, heed my calling.
Next up is our magistrate of Jinzhou, Jinshi. You know what? I ain't even gonna hold you. This is one of the best ultimates in the game. I mean, it's majestic, elegant, and at the same time, it's ferocious and powerful. Like, there's all kinds of movement and lightning strikes, and a big-ass dragon. Not only that, but it perfectly wraps up into her story of her second awakening. This is going in S tier.
Time to wrap it up.
When it comes to Yinlin, there's not much that needs to be said about her ultimate. I like the glow and the lighting effects of the lightning and the strings, the sound design and camera angles, and her clothing blowing in the wind, and that secondary animation, S tier.
I engraft you new.
Often regarded as one of the best characters in the game. I'm talking about Shorekeeper, y'all, and her ultimate doesn't seem to match her value. Considering her value and her place in the story, it just kind of feels boring. It's not bad, but the initial impact is far from Jinshi and Brant. There aren't many particle effects and not a lot of movement. It just falls flat. And now I was originally going to rank this one in C tier, but seeing how the animation lingers around and how it changes with each character's intro ability, and then factoring in her own intro ability, which is very much a part of her ultimate. So she's being bumped up. We're putting her in B tier.
Victory favors me. In the name of the Montellis.
Carlotta's ultimate ability is just as cinematic as her gacha animation. And for those who don't know, her gacha animation.
Fate has led you to me. And considering the terms I'm offering, you wouldn't refuse me, would you?
She has a multi-part ult, and each part is pretty amazing. The initial shot, the impact frame, and all the projectiles and smoke and gunshots and shotguns. All of this builds up to a final attack that just looks amazing, complete with another impact frame at the end, S tier.
Be reduced to cinders.
Just look at those flames. Hot damn. Chun-Li is my favorite character, and her ultimate is amazing. The gradients of those flames, the particles, the ferocity, how she just whispers her catchphrase. It's all happening. Now, based on how much I love this character alone, I want to put this in S tier, but we must stay focused.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
As cool as it is, I had to ask myself these questions. Is it as cool as Kalada's multi-part ult? Is it as elegant as Jin Chi's ult? Is the secondary animation animating like in Yenlin's ult? As much as I love the character, it's going in A tier.
Go for it now! Leave me alone!
What? What was that? You thought your beloved standard banner 5-star was safe? Absolutely not. Encore's ultimate is quick and to the point, but what it does in that short time, it does very well. I like seeing Cosmos and Cloudy dash around, revealing her little evil expression. All the flames and glowing effects, it's all pretty nice. A tier.
Universe in my psyche.
Not gonna lie, this is one of the most bland ultimates in the game. Yang Yang, a 4-star character, has a more impactful ultimate than her. This one just doesn't feel powerful, cinematic, grand, or, you know, ultimate. This one goes straight into E tier.
Easy peasy. Drumbeat strong, ill fortune gone. Not bad.
The cat boy that everyone hates losing 50/50s to. I'm talking about Ling Yang. His ultimate has a cool blend of 2D and 3D, and I also like the cartoon sparkle effect. This ult has a lot of energy, and the transition into his lion dance mode is pretty nice. This one will go into C tier.
Pierce through the stars.
Zhang Liao's Resonance Liberation is pretty short and simple, but when you slow it down, you get to really appreciate the colors the lightning strikes and the shapes that it makes, and you also get to notice other small details, like how that wireframe mesh isn't just static, it warps and contorts to fit the terrain of the area you're playing in. I think the finishing blow of his ultimate is pretty impactful, but I don't know, it's something about it that just doesn't seem as cool as some of the others. So this is going in B tier. So far, I've spoken a lot about effects and gradients, and for Jeji, she has them, but they're not helping this rating. This animation looks so plain to me, especially for a 5-star character. It lacks presence and delivery. C tier.
Crystals, give me strength!
Phoebe's animation has a nice follow-through. There's a strong startup and a strong finish, lots of effects, and it just feels powerful to bash enemies over the head with a stick. S tier.
Right up.
Jian has 2 animations, depending on your forte gauge. The non-forte ult is cool and all, but it's that forte version where he slams down the dragon.
Unstoppable.
That's one of them ones, and the fact that he continues to weave the dragon into his attacks throughout the entire duration of his ultimate, it makes it even cooler. A tier.
Time for some crowd work!
It's time for some crowd work. This one has all the effects. The curtain opens up and there's everything. There's sparkles, there's particles, there's smoke, there's fireworks. This one is going up in S tier.
War spares no one. Sever! Exterminate.
Calcharo's ultimate is sick. Oh man, the lightning strikes and him transforming is cool already, but then when you take a look at those shadow clone slashes, hey man, it's dope all the way around until you get to that transition of the first part of his ult. It goes from that to I'm just a guy. For that, I gotta drop it down to B tier, but it still is pretty cool.
Life isn't everything!
Farina's Resonance Liberation has a nice startup, but that's about it. It kind of looks like a 4-star to me. Welcome to D tier, Verena. Hey, could be worse. Could be down there with John Shin.
Struggle harder. Entertain me.
Chamelea's liberation is dope. It fits her theme and personality. The vines, the close-up, and the way she twists her body upside down. That's another S tier O right there.
The end has come.
Hey, Rover is a bona fide 5-star, so he's getting judged too. While I do like Spectral Rover's catchphrases, overall, I feel like this one lacks impact. It starts off really good, but it just doesn't deliver throughout the animation. And I actually enjoy playing Spectral Rover over the other variants, but that's still not gonna save him. John Shin now has a friend. This one is going straight into E tier.
You will obey.
Again, this one has a very cool wind-up, but it just drops the ball at the end. But because I feel like the wind-up with Havoc Rover is a little better than Spectral Rover, I'm gonna raise it just a little bit, but not by much. It's going in D tier.
Sleep in the whispers of silence.
Damn, how'd this happen? I finished recording and somehow forgot Contarella, and she's one of my new favorite characters too. Anyway, the Jelly Queen's animations are unsurprisingly smooth, and while they are as sweet as jam, I really feel like the finishing blow could have been more impactful, so it's going in A tier.
Waves rise. Judgment strikes.
While Arrow Rover is so far my least favorite rover to play, I must admit this animation does look fire, and it's the best of all three. Despite this, there is a little something missing that would make it top tier. Maybe if he paused at the end and snapped his fingers and all the enemies individually got slashed up by arrow energy. I don't know, but what I do know is this one is going in A tier. Now, I know what you're all thinking. He's done with all the characters, right? Wrong. There are 2 new characters coming out next patch, and while they aren't currently available for me to try, there's enough of their ultimate animation on display in the teaser trailers. So, let's get into it.
The tale of all our adventures together.
Siakona. Oh man, the flowing leaves, the background, and that finale pose with the shadow clones. This one is a vibe for sure, and it looks like the shadow clones will continue singing and twerking even after the initial animation. I gotta slide this one up in S tier.
All of you at once. I don't do overtime. Reduced to dust.
Bruh, y'all already know how I feel about this. Man, this ultimate don't even need a review. But since that's the point of this video, let's go ahead and get into it. First off, that giant sword is sick. On top of that, the gesture of loosening the tie is already dope. But then when you couple that with the flowing hair like a lion's mane just wisping in the wind, and not for just a moment, but just constantly, I gotta give this an S tier. How could I not give this S tier? I seriously think Kuro has a new favorite. The amount of screen time this character has had, in addition to how many trailers have come out featuring this character, this has to be their favorite. And that was my ranking of these characters' Resonance Liberations. Let me know your top 3 in the comments down below. Also, by the way, please don't forget to like and share. It really does help me to continue bringing you awesome videos just like this one. And that is all I have for you today. Until next time, I'll catch you in the waves. Peace out, everybody.